to Cooking with Miss Allison. Today we have some treats, chocolate treats we're gonna get to. Just wanna mention a few things. Before you start cooking or baking anything, you should always wash your hands. It's really important to be clean when you cook. So make sure all of your bowls, all of your objects are clean. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do today is melt some chocolate because we are going to be dipping food into the chocolate. Okay, I'm using Hershey bars. Hershey bars work really well, they melt quickly. And for this, we'll need about 3 Hershey bars. Okay, so you wanna put them in, I'm using a Pyrex bowl. Make sure if you try to use a glass bowl or a plastic bowl because this is going in the microwave. Okay, Hershey's really do work very well. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and you'll need about 3. Okay. So we're gonna quickly melt this chocolate in the microwave. You wanna melt it in stages because you don't want it to overcook. So I'll be back in 1 minute. So that was 3 Hershey bars, about 2 minutes time in a microwave is what it needs to melt all the way. Okay, we have a few things here that we're gonna dip into the chocolate. This is really fun to do around Valentine's Day. I know Valentine's Day kind of went, rather Valentine's Day already happened, but this is fun to do even if it's not Valentine's Day. Okay, what I am gonna dip in the chocolate are Oreos, Rice Krispie treats, some pretzels, and some apricots. Okay, I'm just gonna get the chocolate. This looks a lot better. Okay, Hershey's chocolate, as I mentioned, is very good quality chocolate. And it melts down really well. This is what it should look like. All right. Okay. You first may want to put some tin foil or wax paper down on a cookie sheet. Okay, because whenever we dip, we're going to put on this wax paper. Okay, so let's start with some Oreos. And we'll do some Rice Krispie treats next. Okay. So as I mentioned, we're going to begin with dipping some Oreos in the chocolate. Okay. All right, so you're just going to take an Oreo and dip it right in the chocolate. All right, you're going to take it out and put it on the wax paper. So I'm going to make about 3 Oreo cookies dipped in chocolate. Okay, oh, they look really good. Okay, so there are my Oreos. And next, I think I'm gonna grab some Rice Krispie treats. And these are big, so you may want to cut them in half, or you may really want to just use a big Rice Krispie treat. It's up to you. I'm not going to cut mine in half. I'm just going to dip it into the pot, into the chocolate, melted chocolate. Okay, that really looks delicious. And I'm going to put this down on my wax paper. Okay. I'll do 2 of those. Rice Krispie treats work really well. They work really well with this. So I'm going to do another one. Okay, so you're just dipping, and about a half of your, it should cover about a half of your Rice Krispie treat or your Oreo. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is dip pretzels into the chocolate. These taste really very, very good. What I want to mention is after you dip your chocolate in the Rice Krispie treats and the Oreos and the pretzels, you may want to get some cold air on them. You might want to put them in a refrigerator for 20 minutes or in a freezer for about 10 minutes. Okay, because then the chocolate will harden and it'll taste really good. Okay, again, you can dip the whole pretzel or half of the pretzel in your chocolate. Okay, I'm just dipping half of the pretzel in the chocolate. And there we go. Okay, so if you're having any trouble, just tilt the bowl. If you're getting low on chocolate, just tilt the bowl. Okay, your pretzel should look like this. Okay, and there we have it. 3 pretzels dipped in chocolate, 2 Rice Krispie treats, and 3 Oreos. Oops, I almost forgot. I have apricots here. I just want to mention that dried fruit is excellent to dip into chocolate. These apricots taste really great. And they're very sweet. So here's my apricot. It's kind of, it's just very soft. Okay. And I'm just gonna dip them in the chocolate. Okay. All right, so there we have it. Okay, let me move that over here. The second thing we're doing today is making sugar cookies. I'm just gonna clear this away. Sugar cookies are very easy to make if you go to the store and buy a sugar cookie cake mix, which is what I did. This one is Betty Crocker and it works really well. It's very, very easy. You just need 1 egg and 1 stick of butter. I'm just going to cut the top off and then put my mix in this big bowl, okay? So you should be using a big bowl for this. Okay, here's our stick of butter. drop that in. Okay. And remember, we're just putting in 1 egg. Oops. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, so we have an egg, a stick of butter. You want to make sure that the butter is very soft. I'm just going to look on that. At this point, you probably want to preheat your oven for 350 degrees. Okay. So I'm just mixing this around. Okay, you're gonna mix and you're gonna mix and your arm's gonna get a little tired. What you want to do is keep mixing. Make sure you don't delete any of the ingredients. Remember, it was 1 stick of butter and 1 egg. Okay, it's a little hard on your arm. Okay. So after you mix this, you want to keep it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Okay. So I'm going to put down another piece of wax paper because we're going to be cutting these cookies. Okay. So you made your mixture, it's in the refrigerator and it's finished for 2 hours. It's chilled for 2 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna take some dough out. Okay, and it should have this consistency when you finish, when it's refrigerated. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put some on my cookie sheet, or not my cookie sheet, but rather my wax paper. Okay, and I'm gonna spread it out. Remember, your oven should be on at 350. These cookies are gonna take about 11 minutes to cook. You don't want to make them too thick or too thin. If they're too thin, they come out very crispy. And I'm not sure that's what we want. We want a bit of a thicker cookie. So what I'm gonna do is just take my cookie cutter. Let me just show you the cookie cutter I have because it's really cute. It's in the shape of a heart. Okay, I have a couple of them. So I'm just going to use my cookie cutter and then cut out different hearts. Okay, there we go. Okay, your cookie should look something like that. Okay, so you can make quite a few cookies with this dough. When you leave it out, it gets very soft. Okay, so we're gonna make a few more heart shapes. Okay. Okay, so here we have our hearts. And just keep going with it. You can use as much or as little. You can make as much or as little as you prefer. Okay. Remember, you don't want to make the cookies too thin. I think this one I made a little too thin. Yeah, this is definitely not one that's good to use. You want the dough to be thick. Not too thick, but thicker. More thick. Okay. Let's try this again. Great, and there we have our last heart. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed learning about sugar cookies and chocolate dipping. The best way to do it is to try it at home. Remember, you always want to use a grown-up. If you're using an oven, you want to get permission to use the oven first, and then you want to put it on 350. Okay, the cookies take about 11 minutes to cook. You want to check them a few times before you pull them out of the oven. All right, and they taste delicious. Remember, if you want, you can take all the stuff you dipped in chocolate, like the Oreos, Rice Krispie treats, and pretzels, and put them in the refrigerator so that they get cold, because they taste great that way. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. Thank you for watching.